Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll For It, a fast-paced Dungeons & Dragons podcast with random monsters and epic adventure.
Each episode, we will be encountering one of 100 monsters that our DM has compiled for us. We never know what we'll face next.
Also, we'll be leveling up, meaning our characters will get very powerful very fast.
Along the way, our characters will actually be going on a continuous journey that links together the entire campaign.
So tune into our show if you're an experienced D&D'er, brand new to role-playing games, or if you just like to hear people have fun. Welcome, everybody. We're all back together, the OG squad here.
I heard something terrible's happened to my body, my beautiful body.
Got kind of smashed by a shambling mountain.
Shambling
But it's okay, because I healed you and saved you from death.
I
thanks,
also
Mumps.
was there and saved you from death.
Thank you, Mumps
Yeah.
and Havalar.
I was going to say, you dealt like a lot of damage.
I did.
No, you're with us now. You're not.
He came flying out of nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really all you guys know about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you passed into the void, you kind of froze and went unconscious.
Yes, that makes sense.
There was also a wizard with a cat.
There was a wizard.
Oh
he
no,
was-
I
he
don't trust.
seemed-
I don't trust him.
I mean, you might have trusted him. He was
Do you remember his name, which I forgot?
Godric Pip.
very bumbly. Like a Hogwarts professor, perhaps.
Yeah.
So basically this portal was sort of a mix-up portal that somebody made and created this giant monster who just chills there, except that you lot were able to destroy this monster and then escape back out through the way that Mumps came. And then the next time you wake is like a tree has just healed you and you're surrounded by your friends Mumps and Havalar and this big magical tree and also this little tiefling girl. That's it. And then like a sand castle, but dirt castle more like, because there's no sand around. We're in the jungle. Sorry, this is a bit confusing, but this is the place that we're in.
All right.
I like it. I'm kind of here for it.
You guys have all just leveled up. You improved some ability scores, got a bunch more hit points, which is nice. We're level 8 now. You've just come out of the mouth of this tree portal thing, which can speak to you guys. So let's just start it off with Vaelette waking up.
Vaelette,
Goodness.
I say gently.
Havalar, is it you?
My face is crowned by the sun in the
I
back.
had the craziest dream.
No, it was a real life nightmare. But you're back now.
Mumps was very heroic.
Oh,
Mumps just kind of blushes and shuffles his feet.
I'm so glad I could trust my friends to bring me out the other side, unscathed relatively.
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 What's
The important thing
that,
is
though?
What? No, the
That
important.
sandy.
Oh, the sandy sandcastle. The
Sand
dirt.
castle.
It's really more of a dirt castle, don't you think?
I think I know who's in there. Malcolm Mister. I bet he's in there. Because if the tiefling's here, then she's with the Malcolm, and then the Malcolm's in the castle.
Fima's been kind of curiously watching it all, and she says, actually, he left.
Without saying goodbye.
He told me to say bye.
After he promised
On his
that he
behalf.
would watch the tree.
Who is Malcolm Mister?
He's an elf. He hides in trees and he shoots arrows at bad people.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hi, tiefling girl. Hi. I don't believe we've met.
She just cheerfully waves at you.
Filma, these are my friends that I was talking about, and now they're back and they're alive.
Yay!
Quick question. Where are we?
This is where Mr. Expert said I could find you, so this is where I came. And here you are.
So the tree pipes up, and it's got this big mouth that's, every time it opens, you can see like this magical blue light inside. You are at a gateway between worlds, a portal from the Feywild into the middle world. Your friend Mumps here has rescued me and protected the magic here.
We are trying to get to the middle world, so it seems like we've arrived at an excellent location.
Does your mouth go other places?
That's a very inappropriate question.
No,
Mumps.
but the mouth is the portal. You weren't there.
Oh, right. Pardon me.
Well, what must we do to obtain passage?
You have already done it.
Oh,
I and the magic here are indebted to you and your friends.
so we climb in his mouth?
Is that what we do?
Do we?
Grandmother Willow?
Yes.
I'm wondering if it's the appropriate
We don't want to
direction, or
be rude.
I would take your lead, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Maybe we'll take Mumps' lead since Mumps has already had
We're
experience.
coming back to the theme of consent in this game.
Just know that passage between worlds is a bold journey. Should be taken for bold reasons. Love or hope or fear even. The wizard who previously tried to take this passage was full of hate. but you don't seem to be.
No hate here.
Yes, just love over here for my darling Avarin Star.
Was Durbin back all the way at
Durbin's
town?
at the inn, and Mom's ain't going nowhere without Durbin.
Oh, Mumps.
We're not going into another world without Durbin because he's going to be cold and alone at that inn that we only paid one night for.
Chop, chop, go get him. We'll
Oh wait, we didn't
here.
pay. We got him for free. Never mind. But still.
Mumps
We
can
can
make
wait
it
a
back
day.
pretty quick. Maybe Fima will head out with you because she's got to go back to town anyways.
And my body's still on the mend.
Yeah, you maybe can rest a little bit longer.
Rest one night.
A long rest.
I wanted to remind you guys about the staff that you recovered from the guy.
Oh, we got to keep it?
yeah.
Yeah, there was this magic staff that actually opened the portal, belonged to that evil wizard way back. And when you guys examined this staff, you figured out its magic properties. There's a couple of spells you can cast right out of it. Giant insect. And the other thing, it can basically summon a swarm of locusts, which will block off an area and slash anything that kind of goes through it. Yeah, which of you would like to hold that?
Oh, really? Why? Why me?
Because
You're
you
the
weren't
weakest.
carrying anything, so
That's
we gave it
true.
to you.
Mr. Tree.
Yes.
Treebeard.
Mr. Tree was my father.
When we find the castle, how do we bring it back?
This is beyond my knowledge.
Wise Tree over here. God, can't even tell me how to get the castle back.
I am merely a gatekeeper for this ancient magic. I know only what I need.
I suppose that we'll just have to hang out with this gate until Mumps and Durbin return.
A gate.
This
I
tree
prefer
gate.
Mr. Tree.
This gate.
I'm right here.
We're so rude. We're so rude to everyone we encounter.
In about the middle of the night, while you guys are kind of waiting around, is there anything that you'd like to discuss in Mumps' absence before he returns?
Do you think Mumps is still mad at us about all the things that we did to him? Yeah. You're saying, but you're nodding, yes.
I think that he's getting over it.
You know what we should really do when he gets back? We should really do a lot of positive reinforcement.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, just really.
Sometimes he cries anyway.
He does cry. He throws up a lot. I'm worried he might have a condition.
I think it's just an anxiety thing.
We should also find him maybe a sexual partner. That might.
Ease some of the tension.
Yes. Perhaps that
Mumps
tiefling
is
girl.
back.
Oh, look who it is.
To say, Kyle had a lot to say about that.
Look who. Oh, Mumps, you're looking so masculine on that Durbin.
Thank you.
You know, I
Yes.
will say that, when we visited those children back.
They reminded me of halflings.
Me too, but
They were children.
they were
so it
children.
was-
Mumps is you're not like a child at all, Mumps.
That was my family. I'd like to say again that they're halflings and that all of them are adults.
Yes, adults.
Actually, if any of them are children, I'm the child. I mean, I'm only 16, so I mean,
You're 16?
yeah.
older.
No, I mean, I didn't tell you guys before because I wanted you guys to think, that I could go adventuring too, and then, I was cool like you, but we've been through so much together. I think like now, we're invested in this and we trust each other and we're having a great time, and it doesn't matter that I'm underage.
Nope.
I think that perhaps, yes.
let's give him a nice
let's-
toy on the ride.
Perhaps we'll just let Mumps be.
Yes. Shall we go into the mouth?
You guys head through this tall portal in this gigantic tree. It feels as if you're kind of passing through like a very light blanket or like a sheet, and then you feel a sort of a new briskness in the air on the other side. Certainly feels different all of a sudden, stepping out of the Feywild into the material plane. And when you're looking around and all three of you and Durbin are here, you're in the middle of a forest, which looks a lot different than the forest you were in before. This one has just like trees and plants and stuff. Not magical like the Feywild, but you don't see really where you just came from. You're just here in the middle of a forest.
Wait, how does the forest look weird?
Because it looks normal.
Because it looks normal.
Okay.
It's not like Alice in
It
Wonderland.
looks like
Yeah.
an earth forest.
What is this strange place? I hate it.
It's dark. I don't like it.
It's not long after you guys are gathering your surroundings that Vaelette, your mirror, starts kind of just vibrating. You feel it from somewhere in your pack, and you're not sure what it is. When you look in, you see that the mirror has sort of a pale glow coming from it.
Oh,
Have I always known you've had this mirror?
yes, you've always known.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the mirror.
Yes, my mother's mirror.
That was
It's
getting old.
It's shaking and vibrating
Quick,
and
get it out.
Does that
glowing.
mean you have a new voicemail?
I don't know. I get out the mirror and I look at it.
There's a moment where you're just looking at yourself, and that image sort of fades and changes into a different elf woman. And you're actually looking at your mother's face. And she sees you, and her face kind of lights up. And she's like, Vaelette,
Mummy?
we thought we'd
Mummy,
lost
is
you
it you?
forever.
Mumps interrupts this tender moment to go,
Hi, Mrs. Queen. Oh, wow, this is a great honor. I'm Mumps. It's nice to
Mumps.
meet you.
And I just shove you out of
She
the way a
doesn't
little
seem
bit.
to notice that outburst. She's looking at Vaelette, and she says, "Are you safe?
Mummy,
Where are you?
We're in the middle world. Where are you?
We are here as well.
Where? We'll come to you right away.
Mostly everybody is fine.
Is a
Mostly.
bear in there?
Won't you come and join us? Can you reach us?
Yes. Well, where are you located? We're in a forest.
Wait. Why?
Hideous.
Join you. We have to bring.
I will guide you, Vaelette.
Oh yes. Let me know where.
But we don't know where
Try to
we are.
get to. And she is just talking over Havalar also. That's why I'm doing it to you. I'm not like. I'm not ignoring Amy. My character is ignoring.
we're not
Havalar.
royalty,
What
so
a
she doesn't
dick.
acknowledge us.
God.
The cold heart.
But she says,
She's not kind to the help.
"Try to get to safety. I will see if I can find you and give you better instruction."
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait,
Can
safety?
I
We're not near safety? What is she saying?
can I
Can
contact
you
you
hold
through
the
the
mirror a
mirror?
little lower?
I will contact you again as soon as I can.
No, Mummy.
Lady
No.
Vaelette.
Vaelette,
No, Mummy, don't leave me.
you will be fine. I'm
I
sure
killed
of
a
it.
rat.
Vaelette.
I'm ecstatic to be able to see you again,
Excuse
and that you are alive.
Lady Vaelette, if you would.
Goodbye, Vaelette.
No, Mummy.
Wait.
Mommy.
We'll speak soon.
Okay, all right, bye.
She kind of blinks out.
Mumps hands Vaelette a rag to dry her eyes with and blow her nose with because she has no clothing to do so.
Oh yes, I'm nude. I forgot.
Didn't we cover you with something?
I think I'm wearing some like children's clothes or something.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Halfling clothes.
But I'll still blow my nose on your rags though. Well, let's get to somewhere safe so Mummy can find us.
That seemed a bit odd, didn't it?
No, I think it seemed perfectly normal. Vaelette starts walking.
Vaelette, where are you going? We don't have a plan.
Which,
Well, we never have a
which
plan.
direction would you guys
Straight
like to
ahead.
Well, we don't know where we're going. Straight ahead's a pretty good place to start.
Can I scan the immediate vicinity for any kind of danger?
So there's nothing that calls out to you as dangerous around here. You do hear some unfamiliar animal noises.
Nonetheless, I ready my weapon.
Yeah. And you also kind of see there's definitely a direction where the woods are growing thinner instead of thicker.
Let's go in that direction. Civilization probably is close by.
I surprisingly agree with you at the moment.
Surprisingly.
Well, I just think you're being a bit,
Perfect?
well, yes, but...
Yeah, okay, great,
just
let's
a
go.
little- we're not thinking things through very much, but, we'll just go this direction anyway because I say so.
Havalar, we need to continue to build Mumps up. So maybe some compliments. Mumps! You're looking very handsome back there.
Thank you.
But it's important to remember that looks don't mean everything.
Unless you want them to, then in which case you're doing great.
Okay.
Also, you smell nice. That's
I
probably
think
it.
that's Durbin. I think somebody at the inn gave him a bath.
All right.
It's the mule that smells nice.
Well,
All right, so you guys travel through the woods, and before long you do reach kind of a clearing. And here there's this lake with reflections of the moonlight in it, and just glancing around at all the surroundings, there's tall grasses and wide, plainy, hilly landscape. But to Havalar, this does look kind of familiar to you. You feel like you were somewhere like this in the distant past.
This place, a feeling I haven't sensed since... I was trying to do Star Wars anyway.
I liked it. I was like riveted by it.
Not too far in the distance, there is a road.
Well, let's get on the road. Maybe we can meet some people and they can point us in the direction of
Indeed.
safety. I
That
guess.
does seem the best course of action.
Okay.
You guys travel for a couple hours, when you see a sign up ahead.
What does it say?
The sign
Is
says
it in common?
it isn't common.
How common.
Don't judge the people's
Sorry,
language.
sorry.
So the sign points in two directions. One sign points to Tribor with a number next to it saying 20. The other sign points to Amphale with a number next to it that says 647.
Steps to the location, perhaps?
Miles or whatever equivalent.
Yes, how many steps?
Kilometers or whatever this, unit of measurement is.
Havalar, when you see the word Tribor written, you actually recall it in some way.
I may have been here, or I may have gone to Tribor when I was a young dragon.
Did you like it?
I look at you very seriously, and I say, no.
Oh,
Then maybe we shouldn't go there. If you don't like it.
what didn't you like about it?
Let's on to Tribor.
You guys travel on, and it's only a few hours from now that you start to see that it's like a small city in the distance. In a valley, which is not too far, you actually see the ocean side to the left, but you see the city up ahead. It's got sort of a wooden wall that makes its way up across the whole road, and as you guys get closer, you sort of hear the noise of the city. Closer still, you hear screams and yells. Not panicky necessarily, like a sports event or something.
Oh.
This sounds bad. I think we should turn around and go to Amphale.
No, this sounds like excitement.
We're too close to turn back now.
I don't think so.
Did
You're never
something
too
happen
close
to
to
you
turn
here,
back.
Havalar, that you want to talk about before?
I just don't say anything and I keep walking
Oh
forward.
no, that's not a good sign. But she's
Yeah.
walking toward the city.
If she's not speaking her mind, something's really wrong.
You know what we need to do, Mumps? We really need to build up her confidence with compliments.
Oh, okay.
Really positive reinforcement.
Havalar, your tail's
Oh,
looking really
you're looking,
big today.
Yeah, wow, what a gigantic tail you have.
I just ignore you both. I keep walking.
You guys pass through the city gates. There are people kind of rushing through town, and you can tell the source of the noise is sort of this large structure near the center of town, which is like another walled-in structure within this walled-in city. And you can hear chanting.
We should stop and talk to somebody and find out what's going on.
What language are they chanting?
They're chanting what sounds like a name. It's
What's the name?
Jushna.
Jishna.
Jushna.
Let's talk to somebody. Let's.
Yes, maybe an inn away from the stadium. I think I saw one that way. That
I
way.
could go for a beverage.
They probably have beverages at the inn.
Lemonade.
Oh, this person! I love lemonade.
He has like a barrel in front of him and a barrel behind him.
Hey,
Hi,
mister,
sir.
A
what's with
sack
all
of
the
lemons
chanting?
on either side. Mhm.
Oh, it's the arena. It's a good one today. They're supposed to finally see if Jushna gets his freedom.
Ooh, is he a prisoner?
Oh, he's a fighter, warrior slave.
Slave?
One of the best in the business, too. Yeah. Dragonborn. Bronze. I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh,
but
God.
You guys should hurry over there and catch it before it all ends. I'm heading that way now.
Oh, can we hang out with you in your beverages?
I don't think that this man needs to be bothered with us.
Just-
we have some
2
business
copper
to-
for lemonade.
How about
Yes,
a hug?
yes. How about 5 copper to leave?
Oh, no,
Well, turn out without your 2 lemonades, I hope.
Of course not. One for the lady and one for the halfling.
That's okay, Havalar. We can share.
Well, let's head over to Jushner's fight or whatever.
Oh, no, we're going to the inn.
But the fight's about to start. The burly man said so. And
do you think an arena is a safe place for a princess?
Oh, well, no one will know I'm a princess because I'm wearing these hideous child's rags.
My mother made you those clothes.
Somebody kind of shouts down the street.
Jushna survived round 2. They're gonna bring in the 3rd in 15 minutes.
All right, let's go to the inn then. And then we can go see him in round 3, maybe. I love the blood sports, you know.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't remember ever taking you to the blood
That
sports.
sounds inappropriate to say to someone who was raised in a blood sport.
I used to sneak out, Havalar.
Mumps.
You didn't know.
No, I'm just saying, if you have PTSD, she shouldn't be talking to you about
Mumps.
that like that.
And I give you a glare.
Why is Mumps always judging me? I feel like I try so hard to be nice
Yes,
to him.
Mumps, apologize to the princess.
I'm not going to apologize for trying to make her more grounded and aware of your
I
situation.
will never be more grounded.
Mumps. I march away
To the
inn.
inn. I follow you.
All right, what do you guys seek out at the inn here?
More lemonade. I've never had lemonade before. And it's
Sorry,
fine.
dear, we're fresh out of lemonade.
was
All
in
of
the
it
lemonade?
at the event.
Oh, I knew we should have gone to the event.
Innkeeper, we're looking for a castle. A castle that's not supposed to be
You're gonna have to be
here.
specific, dear.
It would be a castle that looks like it belongs somewhere else in the Feywild.
Any new landmarks pop up that people have been like, wow, that went up quick.
Oh, what is the Feywild?
Oh my god. I think you should just focus on the landmark question.
No landmarks have
Any-
popped up overnight.
Any strangers that have come through
Strange
town that you
creatures.
never saw before, and you ask them where they're from, and they're really evasive about the question?
Well, there's plenty of strangers through here on account of the games this season, but
All right, if you can't answer that, we've been trying to get somewhere very safe. Are there any places in the city that are very safe to go?
it's all safe.
Oh,
It's-
good. Okay,
yeah, you
great.
could have a room here if you'd like.
Do you have accommodations for mules?
Yes.
How about baths? Do you give them baths here?
Well, the well's all drained on account of the lemonade being down at the arena, but we could see what we could do.
There's no water then, is what you're saying?
Oh, but we have ale.
Would you say the arena is safe if we wanted to go down and catch the
Oh,
third?
everything but the inside of it, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
right?
I do.
Unsafe.
Okay, fine. Have you seen a woman who looks a lot like me, but a little older?
I can't say that I have.
You are
Are there
incredibly useless.
do you know of any travelers?
She just kind of looks like.
It's a she.
Yeah.
Oh, I was picturing a man.
What do you mean it's a she?
Oh, sorry.
She doesn't mean anything
Oh.
by that, do you, Vaelette?
Not at all. You're very beautiful.
She says, "Would you any of you like a drink?"
Yes.
Okay.
I ordered 2. I drank the first one just in one gulp.
Well, we're not getting any answers here. I feel like maybe we should. You know, I feel like we're always asking people at inns who knows what. I think we
We'll
need to
try-
go to the heart of the situation. Let's just go right over to that arena.
So, Hava, while you're kind of making your way through your second ale, you overhear, "Yeah, that Jushna, that's one of Brog's boys."
I stop mid-sentence.
What's wrong, Havalar? Why did you smash that cup?
Vaelette,
What?
there are some questions that need not be asked.
But I want to know.
And then I put my cup down and I turn around and I leave the inn and go outside
I chase after you.
to the arena.
Jushna, Jushna, Jushna. You guys are following Havalar. She's just kind of plowing right through the crowd because she's about 1.5 feet taller than everybody else. So you guys reach the arena. You step inside and you see there's a small gladiator pit in the center. 3 doors kind of leading up into it with portcullises, above which is a stand where the bleachers begin. And it's not like a magnificent structure, but it's packed full with a chanting mob of people. You see Jushna with a spear and a shield, and 3 giant rats are attacking him, and he bashes through one and stabs another and kicks one out of the air and then stabs its spear down into it, and the crowd goes wild. But you see as he pulls the spear out, he's got a big gash on one of his legs, and he's just kind of looking around with this panic. Hava, you recognize him as a young dragonborn, probably teens.
All right, we have one more round for Jushna. Will he survive? Place your bet now.
I think we should bet on Jushna. He looks strong.
Did Jushna leave?
He's still
he's
in
still
the
just
middle.
he just hangs out there. He doesn't go to
He kind of collapses onto his butt and is sitting trying to regain his
He looks really. I'm
His
concerned
breath.
about him.
He's tying a piece of garment around a wound on his arm and tightening it with his teeth.
He looks like he's gonna fall apart.
I was going to say he is a bleeding slave in a dungeon pit thing, so yeah, he's not in a good situation.
Let's free him.
Yeah.
I mean,
would
are
say
you-
I agree
Maybe
with
we
you.
should do that.
Are you emotionally upset by this, Havalar?
I've not moved at all by anything.
But I feel like there's something else bothering you, and you're not being forthright with.
I think
Mumps
now is
and
the
I.
time to strike if we're going to strike.
Okay.
There's a ring of a gong. Dong. And a hush falls over the crowd, an excited hush, whispers and everything. And they say, now Jushna can decide which creature to slay next. So Jushna stands and they say,
Choose a door.
and there's the 3 portcullises entering this arena. And Jushna kind of glances at each of them, and he drops his spear and raises his hand up and says, "Please, can we postpone this fight?"
Oh no, Jushna.
Yeah, and they start to boo him, and the announcer comes on and is like, "Fear not, loyal fans, the fight will happen now.
No, he needs a break.
Choose your door, Jushna, or all three will be your doom."
Jushna still hasn't picked a door.
He's just shaking his head.
How far are we from Jushna in terms of feet?
It's a circular arena, like a perfect circle.
Okay.
So you're probably about 120 feet from him.
Gotcha.
So the drop down is probably about 12 feet from like where the first row of the bleachers is.
I think we shouldn't let him die.
I don't know how to get down there.
Maybe we don't have to get down there. I mean,
just
we
stay
have
up
two
here.
wizards right in the crowd.
It's true.
If we just start casting, things under our breath, who's going to know it was us, right?
So guarding each of the portcullises are 2 human guards who don't look like anything really special, but they're pretty well armored.
I mean, can't we just like break him out of here?
Yes, but he's gonna die now.
Well, no, I mean, right now we break him out of here.
How?
Cause a distraction.
What kind?
I guess I'm trying to decide, what benefit would it be to us to like help him?
The benefit of doing something good.
But we've been doing something good this entire time.
Because
We're not any closer to finding.
Mumps, upon hearing Vaelette saying, "Cause a distraction," not realizing that was meant for Havalar, decides to pull out his lute and run into the pit.
Yay!
but you're too small. You'll die of the fall.
The 12-foot fall.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage. You don't land perfectly.
Mumps.
The crowd actually changes from booing to be like, they don't know what's going on. And the guards are they get their weapons ready and are looking at you, but
And I'm addressing the crowd, and I say, "Thank you! Thank you so much! Thank you all for showing out today! I got a good new song for you guys! And this one's called Jushna Better Pick the First Door if he knows what's good for him! Alright, here we go! Jushna, picking that door, you're gonna pick the first door, it's a really good door!
make a performance check for me.
Okay.
Another 11.
People sort of had to quiet down to hear you like yelling up, but then you started and they were like, lyrically, this isn't great. Jushna looks at you kind of confused.
I wink at Jushna.
He looks up at the MCs, I guess, holding his spear kind of in like a shaking arm and points it at the first door. To that, the announcer goes, "It looks like he has selected his fate. Now let's see if he and this strange intruder can defend themselves from the monsters within."
Oh, I'm in it too. Is that how it works? I'm here too. Is that what's happening? Are we a tag team? What's going on?
You're now in the fight.
Great work. You're in it now.
And the crowd goes wild. Woo!
I take Jushna's arm and hold it up in that way that says, "We're in this together! We're doing a great job!"
Can you even reach his arm?
And he says, "Why are you helping me, child?"
Under my breath, I'm gonna go,
Hey, just play along, man. Don't worry, I got you.
I'm shaking my head at Mumps from the front row of the stands.
All right. Door number 1, the portcullis kind of opens. And from inside, you just see 8 glowing eyes approaching from the darkness. Into the light is this creature. It looks like this.
It is a spider, for those of you at home following along.
It's a spider with a dagger.
It's crawling forward and it's brandishing a dagger in one hand. Behind it, you see another creature similar who is walking like under the ceiling of the same thing. And this one's got a dagger in his mouth as he crawls out to the side and to the wall and looks at the 2 of you. And one of them is just sort of walking on the sand. Behind them come these more humanoid-looking creatures.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of with this
Ew.
dark fur, and also have these 4 eyes and mandibles coming out of their mouths, but they look mostly human, except they've got an extra set of arms, and they too have these poorly fashioned daggers that look like they're made maybe out of bone or just jagged found metal, and they just start sprinting at you.
How many?
2 spiders and 4 of these humanoid-looking ones, which are about the size and frame of a human. I'm going to have you roll initiative. All right, so at this point, the scary-looking creatures are actually between Mumps and Jushna and the 2 of you who are still on the outside of the arena looking in. So what'd you guys roll for initiative?
18.
17.
7.
So, Havalar, if you want to do anything first, you are first.
So, can I throw 2 javelins at
The little
2
ones?
of these small creatures?
Okay. Chittens. What do we want to call those? What do you
Sounds
think?
like a British word for children.
C-H-I-T-I-N-E. Chitin?
Yeah.
Chitin?
Kitten?
The kittens.
All right.
It's going to get us in trouble if we keep talking about murdering kittens.
Choldrith.
Childrith.
Choldrith.
Choldrith?
Coldrith.
Children.
Keaton.
Yes.
All right.
Chitin.
Chittens,
Kill the
Chitin and
Buster
Choldrith. Okay. All right. So inside the arena, you see these creatures coming to join the fight, and you hurl 2 javelins at them. All right. Make your attack rolls.
Well, so 1.
One's not good.
I mean, I'm a little shook up. You know?
Instead of flying like a spear, it kind of just twirls around and lands at the foot of one of these creatures, and it picks it up and brandishes it and uses it as a weapon as it approaches.
That didn't go exactly the way but I have another one. So that is 18.
Okay, so the javelin kind of just zooms past and slashes into his side, and it turns and looks at you. Around you, Hava, in the stands, people will look over at you confused. Some of them are yelling at you angry things.
I give them a glare.
Do you want to move at all?
No.
Okay, you stay put. And then it is Mumps' turn.
Is Jushna bloodied or is he just hurt?
His blood is dripping into the sand.
He's pretty
I mean, I
roughed
can ask
up.
him, right? I can be like, hey, buddy, how you doing?
But you ask him, and he's like glancing around and seeing like the javelin from the Dragonborn in the stand, and he's looking at all this stuff, and he's like, "We will have victory today."
Let me be more specific. Do you need to be healed or are you okay?
I wouldn't mind.
Then you're in for a treat today, Jushna.
I'm going to use Cure Wounds on Jushna
All right.
as a level 2 spell slot. Okay. Oh, that's a 16. He gains 16 health points.
Nice. All right. He looks a lot better. So you touch the wound on his leg there, and it seals it up. He was like tilted over, almost about to fall down, but then when you do that, he raises his spear hand and cries out. A victory charge kind of a thing. And then the big scary spiders crawl towards you. It reaches about 50 feet from you, Mumps, the largest one that came out first. So it points its butt at you. What is that called? Spider butt?
Thorax? I don't know.
Thorax sounds right.
It points its webby bits at you, and it
Points
shoots
its
a
webby
web
bits.
at you.
Shoots webs at me. I'm guessing dexterity saving throw? Or
I'm
does it
going
just
to
hit?
hit your armor class.
Damn.
So, and you're struck by this massive web, and it just sticks your arms to your side, and it sticks your legs to the floor.
Damn.
And you are restrained.
Oh.
The other one is going to actually climb up the wall further and glance over and see you, having just thrown the javelin, and also like seeing the people around you kind of pointing you out. It waves its hand in the air and casts a spell, and you see a spectral dagger actually form right next to you, like just about 5 feet from your face, and then swing at you.
Danger sense.
You can say that every time, but it's not gonna work every time. Nevertheless, you duck out of the way, and it just whiffs past your head.
Does it hit somebody else in the crowd?
No, it does not.
I also want the crowd to get murdered.
So it crawls its way, and it's now on top of the wall, actually. And there's like guards who are like backing away from it, and the crowd is kind of backing away from it.
Take your best shot, you eight-legged freak.
All right. Next up is Jushna.
Jushna.
He charges forward. He has his spear out. So I guess he's going to charge as fast as he can and stab it once. When he goes to stab it, the thing uses one of its legs and kind of bats his spear away. But he turns around quickly and raises a shield and is prepared for a retaliation. So Jushna is next to the big spider.
Okay. I am going to attack the same little guy that Havalar attacked. I'm going to do a firebolt. 19.
So roll your damage.
6 + 7, 13.
It's sort of facing you and Hava, and you hit it right in the face. Mm-hmm. Most of its eyes kind of burn off.
Gross.
Sort of keeps making its way towards you, but it's definitely close to dying.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of get a shove from behind as you like interrupt this fight from somebody angry in the crowd.
Can I just like charm them and be like, listen, it's all right. It's okay. You just sit down. This is all part of the show.
Yeah, make up her deception.
I have a +6 to deception. Well, that's okay. It's a 12.
And I glare.
You're not sure if they bought it.
Okay. Ugh, I'm not sure if they bought that.
I agree.
You say that too loudly.
Yeah.
Havalar, you're gonna get people are gonna work together and try and shove you over the wall.
People? People?
One of them just falls down like between your legs,
Idiot.
and the other just like gives you a tiny shove, and you just like shrug him off. You
Can I shrug him pretty hard?
yeah, yeah, that's fine. You shove him away, and he falls over on his side as well and gets back up. By now, actually, there's more panic in the crowd as the spider is on the top of the wall. He doesn't seem to be targeting any of these civilians, strangely, but little guys. All right. Ooh, snap.
Remember how last time Jake said that it was too easy? And now there are 6 bad guys?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
All right, so you're watching as Jushni becomes under attack basically by 6 spider arms from 2 different creatures. One of them's wielding a javelin, actually, that it picked up.
Sorry about that.
So the javelin actually gets a critical hit.
Javelin? Oh no. Thank God we didn't get attached.
He takes 11 damage. Javelin kind of actually gets pierced right through the same leg you just healed, Mumps.
That's what I was afraid of.
But he stops a dagger from the same guy from getting through. He cries out in pain as his leg hurts him, but he swings around and knocks the other dagger out of the guy's hand. Other creature attacks as well. Holy crap. There's another crit. He takes a dagger right in like the upper part of his shoulder on his shield hand, and he lowers that enough that he takes another hit for 6 damage.
It's a massacre.
Yeah. All right. He's very, very hurt now at this point. So he kind of like falls to one knee. We're back at Havalar at the top.
So I go into a rage.
All right.
Well, seeing the critical hits and that it was my javelin, I feel especially guilty. Enemies behind, enemies in front. Might as well barrel forward. Big spider right here seems to be... I'd like to slice at its eyes.
Well, you'll have to run towards it a little bit.
Okay. So I take out my great sword.
Cool.
And I just slice right directly in the middle of all of its eyeballs. I'm going to do a reckless attack.
Okie doke. Make your attack roll with advantage.
Wait. 14.
14's not quite enough.
Oh, come on.
It catches... In one of its weird hands, it catches your attack.
Well, I do get a second swing.
Do it.
So...
You swing and you're crying out furiously and you just miss it. Kind of swings itself to the side onto the wall and then swings itself back up. That's it for Hava's turn, I think.
I can cast the spiritual shield at any point now, right? Because it's a reaction.
Yeah, as a reaction. Mumps is up.
And I'm webbed.
Yeah, and you just healed up this guy and he charged off into battle, then you see him just get almost slaughtered.
So can I cast spells from a webbed state?
It depends on the spell, I think.
Cloud of daggers?
I'm going to have you make a saving throw to see if you would be able to cast that.
Natural 20!
With that, I guess, you see what's going on, even though you're kind of covered in this webbing, and you...
Like Superman bursting out of chains. If you can picture that image of arms by side,
miniature.
legs up there, and then all of a sudden... some swelling of muscles and instant shattering of web.
Yep, that's what happens. And you pull out your loot in the same motion and cast this spell. All right, so a cloud of daggers appears.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help Jushna out here because Jushna's feeling the pain.
A cloud of daggers appears and starts kind of slicing between the large spider and one of its little scary people. Okay.
16 damage.
He's cut up by all these daggers, and he looks towards you. It takes a dagger in its hand and sort of runs it underneath its mandibles, coating it in this liquid, and throws the dagger at you.
Bring it, bitch. Sorry, I'm getting really mad at the spider because it's hurting Jushna, my new friend.
18 to hit you.
Damn.
Is this when I could react and cast a shield?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I cast the spiritual shield for 2d6 to protect... It's 6 total.
All right, so you, out of the corner of your eye, you see this dagger strike Mumps like in the abdomen, and you call upon the ancestors from like out of your heart. They rush to him, and one of them sort of hits the dagger in a way that makes it fly a little different, and it slashes into your side instead of stabbing right into you.
Yay.
So you're only taking a total of 9 damage.
Only
Some
9.
of that's piercing and some of that is poison damage. And then the spider's going to back away out of this cloud.
Giving Jushna an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so as he backs away, Jushna strikes forward with his spear, but it's too quick. It ducks out of the way of that.
How did he make it to this round?
He's not very good.
Yeah.
The other one is going to slash at you with a dagger.
Big spider.
Yep, it's dripping with poison. In your fury, you knock into its hand with the hilt of your weapon, and the dagger just flies up in the air and falls on the ground, kind of between you and Vaelette.
Ah!
You glance behind you, and you see that spiritual dagger also try and swing at you from behind. This one is going to hit you with 9 force damage as you're cut like in the back of your shoulder. Okay, Jushna is going to disengage. So he raises his shield up and bashes one in the head and swipes away from the arms of another and runs back and says, "Child, do you have more healing magic?"
Yeah, you're gonna just give me a second, Jushna. Don't be so needy.
And that puts it at Vaelette's turn.
I am going to use my thorn whip and whip this spider.
The one that's attacking Havalar?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a hit.
It's just like appears, and then she's like, whoosh. Yeah, it's very sexy.
It's like over Havalar's head and kind of
Yeah,
slashes.
it's like above, just like Sailor Venus.
It looks like Mary Kate is making a pizza above her and throwing
Yes.
it like a basketball with the.
All right. Do you want to move or stay where
Yeah,
you're at?
I think I want to move and grab the dagger,
Okay.
the poison dagger.
You do so. You
Great.
step forward and pick it up.
Come here.
And then it is the little guy's turns.
Don't forget that one little guy is gonna take 16 damage.
So one of them, is cut up good, and one of his arms actually just flies off and continues to be chopped up in that cloud of daggers. But he actually just runs towards the two of you, and he's going to, with 2 of his functional arms, throw 2 daggers at you, Mumps.
Bring it.
So you take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
The other one also is going to run in your direction, and it's going to attack Jushna. Jushna raises his shield, and it misses. Then it ducks underneath it and stabs him in the belly.
So many arms.
There's 2 over here.
Yeah.
So they're going to scale that wall. They climb up it with their limbs like it's nothing. One of them is going to kind of slash at Havalar. It's going to come up right next to you where like your legs are and critically hit you.
Stupid.
So dumb.
Okay, so you just take 7 damage for piercing from that critical hit, and you're stabbed right in the side of the knee there.
Oh, baby.
The other one climbs up and hops over the guardrail and attacks Vaelette.
No.
With 1 dagger hitting, 1 dagger missing, Vaelette ducks underneath.
Thank God.
In kind of a panic, you also hold up your staff and prevent another limb from coming at you from a different direction.
Okay.
But you realize after that you have been stabbed once in the side for 5 damage.
Vaelette.
It's all right.
Back to Havalar.
So these guys have climbed up, right? One's attacking me and one's attacking Vaelette. And the
Where's,
big
like,
guy
the
is still
big
there.
guy?
Big
Yeah,
guy's
he's
still
just-
attacking you. He's on the other side of Havalar as you are.
I want to, with my great sword, swipe at the neck of this ugly guy here.
Okay.
For starters.
Is that the one that's already been hit a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
You decapitate him. He's close enough to death.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Ah!
His head flies up in the air and then drops down into the arena.
For the spider, I want to use my cold breath and cover his eyes in ice.
Gross. I love it.
So it's going to try and make a dexterity saving throw, which it fails.
Yes.
So you breathe over his eyes. You see one of them kind of just like crack in the middle from the cold damage. Spirits also come from your
Yes, 'cause I
weapon
did hit.
and start circling around the creature, distracting it from anything besides you.
Can I jump on top of it? I want to jump on top of it.
All right, make an athletics check.
What could go wrong?
So you don't like get a good mount, but you grab onto it.
That's okay.
Mumps.
My newest spell that I got when I became level 8 was Greater Invisibility. I'm going to cast it and touch Jushna.
Okay.
Jushna and everything he is wearing and carrying is now invisible.
That happens. And he's like, all right, I'm ready for the healing magic. And then
And then he's not.
Child.
he disappears.
Do you explain to him what you've done?
This works.
I can't move or I get an opportunity attack against me. 2 opportunity attacks against me.
Big Spider-Man's going to go.
The one that's in the arena.
Yeah. The large spider is going to make this strange pattern and cast a spell on you.
Hey!
But you feel yourself freeze up for a moment and break free of it.
Again, because I swolled my muscles and just Supermaned it out of there.
It still walks its way towards you, this large creature, and is now 10 feet from you, just kind of waiting. The other spider, who's going to attack Havalar with disadvantage. Havalar, you're kind of on top of it, and it can't really see you very well. One of its limbs kind of comes up and sort of bats its way against you, but it can't actually damage you.
Aha.
That's its whole turn. Mumps, you're standing there, and you see one of the spider people in front of him. Its head just explodes as if something just like was thrust through it, and it falls to the ground dead. It was the injured one. And then the other one is struck through the side, and some blood kind of spurts over Mumps.
Ooh, gross.
Yep.
It's Jushna.
Finally, we see what he's all about.
Yep. All right, Vaelette, you're up.
All right, so I have that dagger. I'm wondering if I can do shocking grasp, but with a poisonous dagger.
Sure.
And this is the chitin or whatever that I'm fighting.
Yep.
That is 24.
So I'll say you actually stab the thing like in its chest. So go ahead and roll some poison damage. Roll 2d6.
Okay, 4.
So you stab him, you poison him, you zap him, and he's bloodied, but he's not dead. The guy that you just stunned, he's going to run after you, I guess.
Rude.
Okay, so he hits you once.
Cast spiritual shield.
All right. Okay.
And 3, 9.
You duck out of the way of one attack. The second one bats into like one of the stands, and his dagger goes flying. And the third attack, these ancestral spirits come and just stop his arm altogether from even reaching your skin.
Havalar, look at that. Oh my goodness.
She says while all of this is happening.
Oh.
And the other one just got stabbed, so it's going to flail frantically at its surroundings to try and get the invisible creature. And then it's going to shrug that off and attack you with... So it hits you with one attack of its 2. 5 piercing damage. And then that's it for them. There's only 2 of them left, so it's Havalar.
I want to take my great sword and stab it into the spider's head from behind.
Dope.
All right, make your attack roll. Do you want it reckless?
Yeah.
Do you want it reckless?
All right, do it.
Yeah.
You want it reckless? 15 will do it. You manage to stab down into like its back area.
And I get to hit again. Well, that will be a 24.
All right, the thing is still alive. There's just black blood kind of drenching your sword, and you pull it out.
You're in a good position for
Mumps
stabbing.
is up.
Big Spider hasn't taken anything, has he?
Big Spider
Oh no, he
your
took the
daggers.
16 from the. I have an idea. It's probably not a good one though, because it could hit Jushna. So I'm probably gonna pass
Do
on
we really
that
know
idea.
him though?
I would like him to live at least.
Yeah, he's been through a lot today.
I'm gonna attack Chitlin with my rapier. That one is a 26. All right, well, for 8 damage.
Yeah, so it's not quite enough. You thrust your rapier at him, but he parries it away with a dagger. Your second one hits him right in the torso, and he's almost dead.
So I guess I'm standing my ground, my tiny little ground,
Alrighty.
my little halfling ground.
So the large spider in front of you approaches and grabs a dagger off of the corpse next to you, slides it under his mandibles. That's the right word, right?
Yeah, mandibles. That's the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hits Mumps.
No.
I get a shield, right?
Oh right, it did reset.
You could use it.
Okay, I'll use it.
All right. So you're just watching as it approaches you, slashes into your chest area.
10.
But these spirits appear and sort of distract it, and it actually barely kind of slashes into your arm. You
Yay.
can take 2 damage.
Yeah.
But then you hear the creature say, its body starts to glow with this kind of a pale white light, and some of the wounds from the daggers seal up on its body.
Oh man.
This puts it at the one that's attacking you. It's going to try to shake you off of its back, but it actually fails, so I want to say you actually have a tighter grip now than you did.
Yeah, I do.
So it's going to walk towards Vaelette.
Vaelette, look out!
The spider swings at you, but misses. You duck underneath. But then the floating dagger that's kind of been following around your head hits you for 6 damage. Jushna. He finishes off the little guy next to you. You're just kind of watching for him as he sort of approaches underneath the large spider.
Cool.
And stabs up into its abdomen for a good chunk of damage.
I tried to lead the crowd in a chant of Jushna, Jushna, Jushna.
It works. A little bit of black blood actually spills onto like his shoulder and neck, so you can actually make him out. It's still really hard to spot. And from there, he actually doubles back and starts running off towards the entrance that these guys came into.
I'm assuming talking is like a free action. I could probably get a message.
if I ask Havalar to relay a message to him in Dragonborn to see if he understands it? Havalar, tell him why he's invisible. Go meet us at the inn. Tell him to hide at the stables behind Durban. We'll meet him there later.
But you said that in common, right?
I did. Fuck. I'm trying
Out loud, right?
because he's running away. He has an intelligence of 6 people. Come on.
That's true.
Just tell it to him in Draconic, though. That way they won't know.
He's a dumb dummy.
And I hear all that and completely ignore him.
Yeah.
But the plan is to meet back at the inn.
Yeah, we're not doing.
Yeah. Hoping that would happen, but if everyone can hear me, which Mumps didn't realize.
It is Vaelette's turn. Now.
Okay, so I want to do Agonizar's Scorcher. I just want to scorch him to bits.
Use it on the little one.
Yeah, the one I'm
All right.
fighting.
You do that, and these flames fly out in a straight line and erupt from beneath as they continue forward, and the thing just
Yay!
it's in 2 to 3 smoldering pieces on the ground. Your back is facing most of the arena. 2 guards sort of make their way past you and try and stab at the spider.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say me.
I did too.
One of them crits it.
Yay!
Go guard.
So 7 damage from that crit. The other one actually didn't get a good one on it. So
My turn?
That's what happens.
I stab again.
Yay!
21. And this one will be reckless. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You stab it in the back again. You lift it up, cry out in fury. And how do you want to finish it off?
I want to stab again, and then when I do, the body sticks together for a second, and then the head just falls off.
You stab into it and then just
Yeah.
break to the side enough
Wrench
that
it
it
to the
splits the rest of the body in half. And you kind of fall forward and roll on the ground as the body collapses beneath you.
Into the stands.
Yeah, you're still in the outer rink, but you have to roll through a big pile of black blood, so when you're standing up, your white scales are kind of dripping with this black blood.
You look so badass. Havalar.
Mumps, there's a scary spider dude in front of you. What do you do?
I would like to cast Thunderwave. A Constitution saving throw.
It's going to make a Constitution saving throw and fail it miserably.
Yay! Plus, I also knock it back 10 feet into the, you guessed it, cloud of daggers.
What?
Yeah.
Strategy.
I was hoping so much it would not survive the Constitution saving throw. I was crossing my fingers.
All right. It goes sailing back into a cloud of daggers.
So
You're
I
right.
might be able to run around, maybe try and catch up with Jushna.
You follow the floating black blood.
I say, Jushna, wait up. Hold on. Hang on, buddy. Wait.
So I'm still above the thing, and the spider's in the arena. A firebolt at it seems legit.
Make your attack roll.
Great.
14 damage. It's going to be close to dying.
I'll just stay where I'm at.
All right. Havalar, you are up.
Mumps, grab my javelins. And
Where are they?
I say that, but I'm gonna throw 2 more at the spider.
All right. Make your attack rolls. So you hit it in the side of the head as it's sort of starting to follow Mumps. Then it turns to you and you hit it right in one of its eyes through its face. And it stares at you and continues to walk, and then it collapses and dies.
Dead.
As blood just starts to drain from its face.
How much blood?
You must go get my javelins, Mumps.
You need me to pull it out of its face?
Well, I'm not very well gonna jump down there now.
Oh, please don't make me do that.
So the guards have actually collected and are actually pointing spears at you.
At me, personally.
Yeah, well, especially you. There's
Say, what is
they're
happening
keeping an
here?
eye on Vaelette. But
She's
they're-
my slave, and you will not point your spears at her. I'm trying to get you out of the situation.
I understand. I put Vaelette on my back and jumped. Okay. In one swift movement.
You grab her up, what,
I scoop
fireman style, or what's the?
You know how Legolas does that reverse horse swing
Yes,
up?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a pretty
I
standard
do something
move,
like
yeah.
that, except it's reverse, where I'm putting her on my back, and then I jump into the arena.
Okay. They pursue you. A couple of them, they lower themselves down and fall.
Oh, I forgot about the staff I have. Now's a good time to release our swarm of locusts.
Sure. As they're running away towards the exit, they release a swarm of insects from Vaelette's staff.
I want them to, butterflies, and they just weave right away. And
So they're swarming behind you, and the guards are kind of losing their way through the cloud. Vaelette, you're the only one who can actually see through the cloud of
Great.
insects.
Where's Mumps?
I don't know. I think he's hanging onto your tail in my mind.
Ah!
Oh, we're going out that exit that's like on the ground, right? Like in the one with the spiders come out of. We're going through to leave. Okay, cool.
All right, so you guys head through that tunnel. Inside here, you see there's a couple guards, and they're like, halt!
I want to just like push them really hard.
Check. Yeah, you just plow through the two of them. One of them just like hits into the wall, and it kind of bounces off, and you guys just keep running. Now you're basically in the streets, which are full of people.
Why? Why did we do that?
You wanted to go see the show.
I wanted to see the show, not be the show.
Did you expect me to let another slave dragonborn be
No, I
murdered?
would
Maybe
never.
instead of arguing, we should get the halfling, the naked elf, and the giant bloody dragonborn out of the street.
Good idea. Let's go. Back to that inn, I guess.
In, I guess.
Okay. When you guys are approaching the inn, you notice
Jushna.
It's Jushner.
you see he thinks about heading into the inn, but he like looks both ways and ducks into an alleyway.
Follow him to the alleyway.
Why would we follow him?
I don't know. We helped him. He could give us some money or something for our efforts.
I mean, obviously we shouldn't hinder his freedom, but I do think that, maybe he has information that's really valuable and we're wasting time. Let's run.
And we do.
Okay. You head toward the alley.
Hi, Mr. Jushner. It was a pleasure fighting with you in the arena. I'm Vaelette, a princess, and this is Havalar and our good friend Mumps, who healed you several times.
Hi.
He like drops to one knee and puts his hand across his heart, and he says, "Thank you for saving my life. I owe you everything."
No. And I quickly make him get up.
Okay.
We are simply looking for a castle that wasn't here before and is here now.
I can aid you, perhaps, in your journey to find it.
Oh, that might be nice.
You're free now. You won the battle.
Right? Isn't that how it works? Or
I don't know if they'll, because I didn't actually compete fairly in the laws of the arena.
You're free now, Jushna. You stay with us and you will never go back to slavery.
I'm sorry. Vaelette's becoming a young woman now. She's about to get married. She's been robbed of her consummation night. Maybe she's just a little excited. She's a little
She's
excited.
been robbed of that.
Oh, that's right. You were supposed to get married. No, he doesn't want to marry you.
I know. I left.
Yeah,
just
he
wasn't
left.
ready.
He never even showed up. I remember now. Yeah, you're
What?
saying
He didn't show up?
No, because I
didn't know
remember I
that.
met him in the woods, and he changed his name to Malcolm Mister, and he was hiding in a sandcastle.
What?
Mumps!
Oh,
Malcolm
yeah.
Mister?
I totally forgot because he was gone and he didn't say goodbye.
Wait, tell me everything. What happened?
It's not really the time. I think we should probably get out of here first.
All right, so you guys, you're kind of fugitives now just because of all this weird stuff that's happened. Somebody roll a D100 to find out next episode's monster.
This one
these two.
and 56.
You guys want to recap how you feel at the end of this episode here?
Havalar's feeling heavy with the weight of her past. But that last battle was a good one. I think about the battle to make me feel better.
Yeah, by contrast, Mumps is feeling pretty great, He killed some bad guys, and he got Jushna out safe. He didn't vomit once.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
nice.
true. That is nice. That's nice. Growth. Vaelette was feeling great about the battle and about the excitement until this news has been dropped that her beloved Avarin, who, to be fair, she's only met like one time, also left the wedding and is masquerading as some creepy man with a sandcastle / dirt castle. I will not live
Whatever
there.
it is.
I will not live there. Okay.
And just as you're thinking over all these things and trying to get an explanation out of Mumps, the mirror in your pack starts to vibrate again.
Mommy?